Hey, it's your girl Bree. Welcome back to the channel. So this is not an update, unfortunately, on the jewelry box project, mostly because the weather this week, if you are in New York City, you're aware, but the weather this week has been atrocious in terms of it's cold and very rainy. So I haven't been able to go outside, unfortunately. The only space that I have that lets me sand and do what I need to do in terms of ventilation is outside, and I can't do anything outside when it's raining. So this video is going to be about something completely different. It's going to be about crochet and a makeover of my cubicle at work. So obviously I can't do a full video at my office, but I will insert some clips of stuff that I bought as well as what I'm thinking in terms of the space. So I'll show you a before and an after. But one of the things that I want to do to kind of decorate my space and make it my own is to add some crochet elements. So I might crochet a coaster, although I did buy a coaster. One of the major things that I want to crochet, sorry if you're hearing the horn outside, someone is being obnoxious. One of the major things that I want to crochet is wisteria. I saw a really cute Instagram reel from a Instagrammer called Crochet Hive. Basically she crocheted a wisteria and then attached it to a vine so that it's just hanging, and she did like a whole thing. So I'll insert a picture here. But basically I want to crochet some wisteria vines that I can hang up on my cubicle to kind of decorate it and add some purple, because purple is my favorite color. So supplies that I have are my very helpful to count row fidget counter. I have my cup of crochet tools. It's really just my hooks, the ones that I have at home. I have two crochet hook sets. One that I keep in my office because I started a crochet club at work. Fun. We do it on our lunch breaks sometimes, or at least once a week. And then I have these ones that are my home set, and I put them in this cup that I made with my Cricut. It says, it's a cat, and it says meow meow meow. But yeah, so we're gonna use, I think, is 6 too big? I think 6 might be too big. Let's try 5. I think we're going to do a 5. And then the yarn that I'm going to use is 2 different colors of purple. And it's a 4-weight yarn. And then this color green. And these are actually leftover skeins that I have from last year when I was doing my temperature blanket. This is how much I had left of these colors because they didn't actually, this purple got used a lot, and actually I repurchased it a bunch of times because of how much it got used. You're actually sitting on that blanket right now. This purple I barely used. I don't even think I maybe used it once. And then this green I used a lot too. So I'm using those. And yeah, I don't know exactly how this is gonna go, but basically it says the pattern is to crochet a chain, doesn't say how long, but crochet a chain, slip stitch into the 3rd chain from the hook, and then chain 3, slip stitch into the next chain, and you do that 5 times, and then you chain 4, slip stitch into the next chain 5 times, and then you chain 5 and slip stitch into the next chain 5 times. Then you continue that pattern until you reach the end of the chain. So I think we're just gonna take the purple yarn, do a slip stitch. I will say I don't think I've crocheted since I got these nails done, and the length of the nails might make it an issue. So we're gonna create a slip knot like so. And now I'm not a professional crocheter, it's just a hobby. I do sell the stuff that I make on my Etsy shop. Shameless Etsy plug. The things I have up there right now are beanies. I have some coasters. I have some really cute bandanas that I love, some scrunchies. So those are, oh, and bags. Those are all my like beginner projects that I made, but they're very, very good. if I do say so myself. I'm very proud of them. So we're just gonna I don't know how many to chain. It didn't say. 2, 3. Now, I was going to say I'm not a professional crocheter, so like this is not a tutorial by any means. I have no clue what I'm doing, but like my technique for crochet and how I hold the crochet hook and the yarn and all that stuff may not be how everyone does it. I have gotten pretty good at getting consistent tension and all that kind of stuff, but it doesn't mean anything really. So the first one we're going to do, I'm going to make the chain this long and hope for the best. Okay, so this is what it looks like, basically, after doing 5. So I can see where it is a little wisteria-like, because if I were to kind of bunch them, that is kind of what a wisteria looks like. So then it says continue the pattern until the end of the chain, and I'm going to do that a bunch of times, and I'll come back when I am at the end. Okay, I'm back, and I got all the way to the end of the row, and by the end of it I had like 8 chains into a slip stitch. This is what it looks like, and truthfully I feel like I need to kind of spin it and bunch it so that it looks like wisteria. I don't know if it looks like wisteria, but I'm wondering if, I mean, it probably will when it's hanging on a vine. So I got to the end of the row, and now it says, well, it doesn't say anything, truthfully. I think I just have to, where is the last little part here? I think I just have to slip stitch into the last. So yeah, now I just have to do a bunch more of these, and then we'll do the vine and connect them all. So I guess, I don't know how many of these I have to make. I measured my cubicle, and it's a 6 by 6 by 6, I think, because it's like 3 sides. And I don't know if I want it to go across all 3, but I'm thinking for sure at least I want it to go across 1. So I'm gonna make maybe bigger ones. I think I'll make longer ones this size, and then longer ones, and I can kind of put them on the vine. So I'll be back when I have more of these to share. Time for the vine. I did a chain of 7, and then I counted 2 away from the hook and went in to do a single crochet. It's a little bit of a tight fit. And then I yarned over to do a half double crochet. And then I yarned over to do a half double crochet into the next chain. Then into the next chain, I'm going to be doing a single crochet. And this is to create the leaf that's on the vine. And then into the last chain, I do another slip stitch. And you can see that once I do that slip stitch, it'll be a leaf complete on the opposite side of the other leaf that I've already created on the vine. And then just for extra reinforcement, I do another slip stitch into that space in between the two leaves. And then it creates a pretty cool 2-leaf look on the vine. So here I'm just giving you a tour of what my cubicle looks like before. It's kind of messy because there's work, but I have a little plant area. I have just my laptop, 2 monitors set up. This is a pile of work. This is my shelf as it is now, kind of cluttered. Luckily for me, there is a daiso, bit of a walk from my office, but it's worth it. I was able to get this desk computer stand, this poster that I think will be really nice, cute botanical stand for my laptop. It's really for a tablet, but it'll work for my laptop. I got a poster frame and this cute purple art poster, which actually has 3 posters in there. This tray that I plan to put my ID on, and a little vase, ceramic, with some fake flowers. I love hydrangeas. Saucer that also comes with a cup and a coffee drip, and this coaster. Now the placement of some of these things will not stay where I put them in the video. I've kind of been living with it and moving stuff around. Right here I'm doing a flower arrangement. Don't ask me, I don't know how to do flower arrangements, but I kind of like the way this looked. So that's gonna be changed out seasonally. So later that day, after I realized what I was missing in the office, I put in an order for Amazon and I was able to get same-day delivery of some stuff that I thought was needed. I got some art prints in the style that I was kind of going for in my cubicle. This is different sizes. I'll tell you what size based on the frames I buy later. I bought this really fun wall shelf that is made for cubicles because it has these hooks that hook in to the cubicle fabric. And then in this box, I was able to pick up a sign that I think will be really cute for my plant area. It's not hoarding if it's plants, which is true, at least to me. And then I got this really fun floral mouse pad, and it's pretty large, so it should take up a good portion of the desktop. And then in here, I got a headphone stand that needs to be assembled. It's wood with like a light color wood with a black kind of metallic pole that I think will be really nice in the space. And I think it'll pull it together. I wanted to make sure there was nothing too bright besides all the flowers that I got. So I also got some other wall art, and these I actually got from Dollar Tree for $1.25. I won't get into that argument, but I really like all of these prints. There's some floral, some nature, and some of these I think I'm going to swap out seasonally. So like that one's kind of fall. And then I got picture frames for the art. So I got 5 4x6s, 4 5x7s. This is another seasonal wall art. And then I got 3 8x10s. And then I just like this wall art, and it was $1.25. So not mad about it. And then these are the pictures or the art prints that I got to go in each frame. And I think together they really fit my aesthetic. So the next day I went into work and I started to put everything up. First, I had to bring my plants, my pothos that I actually water propagated. They were ready, so I brought them back to the office. This is like the most pop of color. These 2 little ceramic planters. I couldn't say no to them. There's a little pig and a little duck, and I think they're so cute. Or maybe it's a chick. I don't know, but it's cute. And then I had to put out my mouse pad, which I feel like the florals in this, while colorful, are muted enough that it's not too bright, which is what I wanted. And the mouse pad fits great. I already assembled the desk organizer under the monitors, as you can see, and I had my keyboard under there, which I slide in and out when I come in and out of the office. So this is the after I put out everything. This is all the art hung up, and actually this is the gardening area with the it's not hoarding if it's plants. I've since purchased some hooks because I didn't like the way the push pins looked to hang up the frames. This is the tea/coffee corner, and this is more of the art. There's that shelf up in the cubicle, and these hooks that the shelf came with are what I ordered off Amazon. So all the picture frames are going to be hung up with those kind of hooks. They'll go behind the frame though. And then this is what the space looks like after everything is out. The assembled headphone stand, the plant corner, the laptop stand, my little coloring area, and then all of the art hung up on the wall. I also put my throw blanket on my little filing cabinet. This is the wisteria completed and hung up. It's a really nice privacy kind of curtain. This is my little guest snack area. And this is where I'll be subbing out the seasonal art on that easel. Here's a tea and coffee corner. My welcome committee, my crocheted stuffies that I've made. And here's my namaste in my cubicle little corner. And then this is the view while I'm working. Here's another view, including my headphones. And here's my little garden. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this makeover.